Is bad telling to my wife that I will leave her if she becomes obese? My dad told my mom at the beginning of their marriage that if she ever got fat he would divorce her. As it turned out, he was the one who gained a lot of weight. They were married 52 years. Be careful what you say. People here are polarized. I think people in relationship often reflect off each other. Meaning when I do sport and exercise. For example, my girl tends to do the same. And vice versa. Try and lead by example. Like many others have said, ultimatums are generally bad. And you know who deals in absolutes. Edit. Typos. There has to be a reason. Is it her diet, exercise, i.e. something she can control? Or is it hormonal, i.e. thyroid or something else she can't but should see a doctor for? Your explanation in this post is too superficial, with no deep information to tell why this is happening. Why do you ask if you only defend yourself and don't pay attention to any sound recommendation or very good questions? What do you do to help? Do you cook healthy? Do you grocery shop? Do you ask her to go out for a hike? How healthy are you? And your habits? It sounds to me like you are focusing on a symptom of a problem she is having and making it about you, which is a pretty immature way to deal with this type of situation in a marriage. It doesn't make you a bad person necessarily, but the behavior is bad, and depending on how far you take it there are lines you could cross and cause real psychological, emotional harm to your wife. If she has been gaining weight rapidly enough to be having joint problems, there is probably an underlying issue. It could be depression, a physical cause like hypothyroidism, a very common cause of sudden weight gain in younger women, or just her metabolism slowing down and she hasn't adjusted her diet to account for it. Less likely for someone that young, but possible. Instead of threatening her to get her to try to lose weight, which is essentially what you are doing, try being supportive. Work with her to try to identify the root cause in a non-confrontational manner, which probably should include her discussing it with her doctor. If a medical cause is ruled out and it does seem like it is just a diet activity issue, you may need to adjust your own habits to help her improve hers. Buy, cook more nutritious foods and have healthier snacks around the house. Trying going for walks together, etc. I'm a bad person because I don't want to be with an obese woman? Kinda depends. Pretty much everyone has some limit. But if it's overly strict, it can come across as being shallow. Not easy to define what isn't shallow. And saying you'd leave someone over looks alone kinda sucks regardless. Yeah, that's pretty bad. If it is causing her health problems, it is good to encourage and help her. But it sounds like you're more concerned about her appearance. Well, there's the whole sickness and in health clause. So, you're probably going to lose more than half your SHLT. Well, women's metabolism does slow, so a certain amount of weight gain tends to happen. For many we start gaining, hit a plateau, then find ways to start losing again once we find our body's new groove, so to speak. But pushing ultimatums won't make it happen. Honestly, it's more likely to cause a state of depression which could result in even more weight gain. There's also the issue of health. Is she gaining due to a medical condition that, if identified, could be controlled and therefore the weight would sort itself out? While I don't believe in staying in a situation that makes you miserable, I will say that if your love for your wife is solely contingent on her weight, then you don't really love her, because physical is not who a person is. And if there's nothing else keeping you with her, that's a very shallow relationship. If that isn't the case, and you do love her, then maybe seek a supportive way to engage her, and help her to get to a place where she's ready to find the solution. If that's the way you feel, Maybe you should have told her that before you married her. Maybe she wouldn't have wanted to marry you. You're not a bad person for having a preference. You're a bad person for being controlling and mean. She's likely gained weight because she's married to you, especially if she's had children. Marriage is about sticking with people as they grow and change. If you can't do that, leave and let her find someone who will. If your emotional connection isn't strong enough to overcome a slight change in physical appearance, you never should have married her. If you care so little about her feelings that you would say such hurtful things to her, you never should have married her. When you love somebody, you don't do and say things that will make them feel bad. When you love somebody, you don't even imagine leaving them. The fact that your brain even went to a place where you consider leaving her for something this superficial proves you don't really love her. You like her. Love doesn't have conditions. It feels wrong to say, but maybe you should break up. Stop wasting her time. It sounds like you're being mean to her when you talk to her, not coming from a loving place at all. It's bad emo, because vows typically include the whole, in sickness and in health thing, implying you'll love them no matter what their body decides to do. Also, you saying it in a heated moment sounds like you literally intended for it to hurt her. As a person you know already has body issues that would make working out a struggle, keep saying stuff like that to her, and the only weight she will want to lose is exactly all XLBS of you from her life. You seem interested in soliciting other people's opinions. So here's mine. If we knew each other in real life and you told me this, I'd lose respect for you. The weird fixation on 15 kilograms exactly. And threatening to leave her if she exceeded an arbitrary weight threshold. I mean, I simply do not understand you. It's like you're in love with numbers, not a person. That's just me, though. Everyone has their own ideas and assumptions regarding relationships. Obviously, you have yours. Are you hoping for people to affirm your viewpoint? Or were you thinking that someone here could change your mind? If you're not attracted, then you're not attracted. But that's on you, not your wife. You giving her, unintended or intended, guilt trips does nothing but make her resent you. And I'd bet money she leaves you anyway. That's cold, dude. Through thick and thin, baby. My partner and I both roller coaster with our weight over the years. Sometimes we're fat, sometimes we're thin. I love her for so many reasons besides physicality. When she plumps up, I don't love her any less. It sounds like your love may only run skin deep. I'm so grateful for my husband every single time I open this app. Like, genuinely.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.